You wake up with a burning pain in your chest and a raging fever. Your body is covered in strange spots, and your throat feels like it's clogged with red-hot stones. You are certainly not to be envied, for you have found yourself in the Middle Ages without antibiotics, antiseptics, or even basic knowledge of hygiene. In this world, a simple cold can be a death sentence, and a minor scratch is a one-way ticket to the afterlife. Today, I will tell you about the 5 causes of death that wiped out entire cities in an era when medicine was often more dangerous than the disease itself. Imagine being born in the 16th century. Your chances of living to see age 10 are exactly 50/50. Every second child died from diarrhea, measles, or simple malnutrition. Even in royal families, children would fade away in a matter of days. The death of an infant was such a common event that parents often didn't even give their children names in the first months of life. This wasn't a cruel choice, it was a psychological defense mechanism. If you are a woman, every pregnancy is the game of Russian roulette. Until the mid-19th century, doctors had no idea that they needed to wash their hands. They could perform an autopsy on a corpse and a minute later go to deliver a baby. The result? Sepsis or childbed fever. Women died in agonizing pain just days after giving birth. It wasn't until the 1840s that Agnes Semmelweis realized dirty hands were the cause of death. This is a death that arrives with a sip of water. Between the 15th and 19th centuries, sewage was often dumped exactly where drinking water was collected. Cholera killed with terrifying speed. A person could be perfectly healthy in the morning and by evening turn into a bluish living corpse to extreme dehydration. Bacteria turned the intestines into a sieve. It was worst in overcrowded cities, where stench and filth were a normal part of life. In the 18th and 19th centuries, tuberculosis or consumption was the executioner of Europe. It didn't care if you were rich or poor. Poets, kings, and peasants alike coughed up blood and withered away. Back then, it was considered a disease of the soul or even a sign of aristocratic refinement. It was treated with trips to the seaside or fresh air. But in reality, the Koch bacillus was slowly eating the lungs from the inside out, turning every breath into torture. Finally, the champion of mortality. Even if you survived the plague and cholera, a simple splinter or a nick while shaving could kill you. Before the arrival of penicillin, any open wound was a gamble. Pus, blood poisoning, sepsis, and gangrene were the norm. Surgeons of the time were radical. If a limb was rotting, it had to be sawn off without anesthesia. But often even amputation didn't help, because the tools were filthy, and the bacteria were already racing through the entire body.